Woman at the cafeteria suddenly notices her best friend, who never eats kimchi, is piling up a full plate today. It reminds her of her past life. Every time her friend was upset, she'd find ways to humiliate her. First, she'd accidentally bump into her, then pretend to check on her, and dump the entire tray of food all over her face, turning her into a laughingstock at work. So this time she decides to teach her friend a lesson. Just as her friend is about to crash into her, Ji-won sidesteps and sticks her leg out to trip her. Her friend goes flying forward and slams right into Ji-won's toxic ex-boyfriend from her past life. The food that was meant for Ji-won now covers him completely. Watching him stand there covered in food, Ji-won rushes over and pretends to care, even reminding him that it's his favorite expensive shirt. Her friend instantly regrets everything, but Ji-won can't help but hold back a laugh. In her past life, Ji-won happily married her boyfriend of many years. She thought she was stepping into a happy marriage, but it was the beginning of her nightmare. Her husband stayed home all day, chasing get-rich-quick dreams through day trading. Even his mother never looked at her with respect, insulting and mocking her right in front of her son, all because she hadn't gotten pregnant after months of marriage. To cover household expenses, she worked endless overtime at the office, only to come home to complete chaos every day. The endless chores and work pressure drained her completely. During a checkup, the doctor told her she had terminal stomach cancer, but her husband and mother-in-law didn't care about treatment. They only wanted to squeeze every last bit of value from her. His mother even warned her not to tell the company about her illness, to keep working until she physically couldn't anymore. During her hospital treatment, her best friend was her biggest emotional support, telling her to keep fighting, promising they would grow old together. But right after leaving the hospital, her friend went straight to Ji-won's house to meet her husband. When the doctor tried to call her family for payment, she couldn't reach her husband at all, so she took a cab home herself. But the moment she walked in, she saw her friend's bright red heels by the door. She slowly walked toward the bedroom and heard voices she knew all too well. Her husband and best friend were planning how the life insurance money after her death would fund their perfect new life together. Rage and despair exploded inside her. She pushed the bedroom door open with all her strength, screaming at both of them. Her friend had the nerve to beg for forgiveness, saying she was going to die anyway. Why not let the living enjoy life? Looking at her friend's fake face, Ji-won wished she could drag her to the grave. Her husband grabbed her and shoved her aside, telling her to just go die quietly, then pushed her down hard. Ji-won's head slammed into the coffee table. The last thing she heard while still conscious was the heartless conversation between those two. When she opened her eyes again, she realized she wasn't dead, and saw that toxic ex-boyfriend's face, watching his hands slowly reach for her waist. Fear took over her entire body. She grabbed his hair with all her strength, releasing all her pent-up rage. Luckily her boss showed up just in time to stop the chaos. She looked down at her hands. The scars from chemotherapy were completely gone. He rushed to the mirror. Her once weak, dying face was now full of life again. So she walked out to the street, looking at the buildings and billboards from 10 years ago. She realized she was back to a time before marriage, before betrayal, back to when she was free.